I was 18, I went back to New York and started studying. I took a part-time job in the textile industry, working in the mailroom, and it was a real drag, man. God, you know, I was commuting from out of town into New York City on the train every morning with all those guys, you know. They all were Dow Jones, and they all wore the same suits and hats, and shaved my head off, and had a little tie, and I'd sit there and think, you know, what am I doing here? So eventually I was fortunate enough to get a job in a Broadway show, and we went out of town with it. And a guy from CBS Films, I think it was, saw me in it, and came, you know, when the show closed, which was like a couple weeks later, it was a flop, said, I want you to come out and make a screen test for a film. I said, hey, back out to L.A.
I believe you were offered two alternatives by Ruth Aarons, who was handling your affairs at that time. That was either to stay in New York and become an actor, or to head for California or L.A. and become a star.
No, that's not true at all. What happened was, the story I just told you is that I was in New York, my show closed, and I got to make a screen test. I went and did it, and the pilot sold, and suddenly there I was. Come on now and meet everybody, and hear us singing.
Bet you thought I'd be lousy, didn't you?
That was a wild sound. Play some more.
Fred, why don't you play Bye Bye Blackbird?
Oh, these kids don't want to hear that old chestnut. We got to keep up with the times.
Who do you think you are, Elvis Preston?
What do you want to play, Granddad?
Oh, how about the song you were playing? You all start and I'll jump in.
Sure you know that one?
I'll fake it.
Okay, let's do it.
Right. Get out. I'll do my thing. Is that what you call it?
Right. Okay, there are the lyrics.
Uh-huh.
Isn't it time you tell me, am I losing my touch? The hurt you put on me, girl, is more than enough.
The records weren't even mentioned when we discussed it originally. And then suddenly they brought a producer in, Wes Farrell, and they started making these records for the pilot. And I said, well, wait a minute, you know, I'm a singer, you know. I can sing. It's just silly for me to sing to somebody else's voice, you know, lip sync to somebody else's voice. So he heard me sing, and he said, great, man, let's go make it. So I became the lead singer of the group.
You were so good to me, girl, needed you to go on. We had ourselves a good thing, is it over and done? I need some time to think, get myself together again. Time to think, I gotta get on my feet again. The woman I used to love ain't the woman I see today. The woman I see today ain't the woman who used to say, baby, I love you. Oh, baby, I love you. Baby, I love, I love you.
They weren't songs that I chose. They were songs that were chosen for a television show.
David, Get It Up for Love looked very set to be a big hit, and all of a sudden it was banned in various parts of the world.
Yeah.
Why was that?
I think most parts of the world. Well, I think because of who I was. It was the first record I'd made in so long, and suddenly they all went, oh, what is he doing, you know? Who is he?